Honest Stewie here. Hopefully everyone's doing okay. And I've just knocked my leg getting in this room because I hit on the box and I've got, finally, because my birthday was on Monday, so I've been asking for this for a while. And I finally got a telescope. I do have it, but I'm not going to lift it up. I don't want to risk breaking that. Because I'm going to do some star watching and have a look at some of the planets. Because you can see it through my window. It's like a big massive sheet of glass. And you can see the northern lights when the northern lights are on. So you can see it directly through my room because not that much light pollution now back garden. So yeah, it's a really cool gift. Yeah, but I've knocked my foot on it. So like I say, I'm going to get into the review now. I'm going to let you know this, right, I'm going to let you know like straight up. I was caught in a trap, a bit like Elvis. Because this movie, I watched the trailer and it looked really good. And it's called Incoming. It's on Netflix. The cast was great. It's got the guy out of Monster Hunter. It's got the other guy, the villain, out of Jumanji, the first Jumanji. Watch trailer. It's got her out of Always Sunny in Philadelphia in. It's got a few other known actors in it. And I thought, you know what? This looks like a daft teen sort of party movie. A bit like that Project X. It looks mint. I watched the little trailer where the mum's telling them off and they're on about Molly and they said it's just for horses, and I thought, this looks like, I don't know, I was laughing my head off. So I was like, this is going to be, it's going to be cringy and it's going to be bad, but it's going to be so bad it's good. So anyway, click play and watching it. And I'm going to just tell you as I'm doing a video on this because, mainly because of the ending and mainly because of how it's starts off okay, to be honest with you, and then it just gets really bad, and I've got to do a review on it. I've got to talk about it. I wasn't going to. I was going to do top 5 games I've played, but I just thought then like I need to talk about this ending because it's a massive like problem with what Netflix are doing in a minute, and it's a massive problem I'm getting with quite a few movies that I've watched lately. Not just Netflix, Amazon's guilty as well. Because if you see my last review I did before the top 5 movies, the one that let me down, that ending felt robbed, but that feels more of an actual ending than this movie. And there's no part 2. I had a look, it's a one-off. So I'm going to get into it. It's basically these group of lads at school, pretty much like, you know, the nerdies, and they need to go, there's a party happening. One of them throws a party because his older brother's like quite like he's wealthy and he's got like a nice house, and I think it's through the parents anyway. And anyway, they're like, well, let's have a party around his house, and they go around, and let's just skip the beginning because I forget the beginning. And so basically it starts with the party happens and it gets out of hand, but doesn't get out of hand at the same time. So it's not as crazy of a party. It has sort of, how many side quests does this movie have? It has the car side quest, and it has the creepy guy trapping a girl in a room side quest. I'll get into that one. And then it has, the actual story. So it's only 3 altogether. So there's 2 side quests, two characters it builds on, which I'll get into. So I'm going to get into the first bit, which is the first sort of the main story. Like, oh no, technically, yeah, I was right, 3 side quests, because there's a teacher too. Now the teacher is the guy out of Jumanji, the villain. He was wasted in Jumanji too. He is funny in this, I'm not going to lie to you. He's a science teacher, and he's the cool teacher. He's really cool, everyone likes him. And then you invite him to the party anyway, and he's like, I can't go, I'm a teacher, I can't go to this party. He ends up being there. He ends up getting to the party, and he was sitting in the car watching, waiting for them to go home, which I found a bit creepy. But again, I was rolling with it, and there's a lot of cringy TikTok stuff, like social media side. Now it is how, because this came out 2024, and it is how them age, you know, them young lads are, especially in America. Not here, yeah, but America, yeah, definitely. Definitely freshmen and softman, is it softman? And especially that type of thing, it's all TikTok, phone in your face, you know, likes, attention, all that. But it's very like, so to go to the party anyway, I'll just go get into it. He's in the party, and it's quite funny because the way he does the shots is he does experiments. So what the teacher does is he does fire shots and he'll say, right, I'll have one shot with yous, but I'll show you a science experiment so you can learn something as well. So it's a bit creepy that he's there, but it all goes out of hand. For him, it goes out of hand because he gets it the worst in this movie. Now, he's supposed to be this cool kid. Now, don't get me wrong. He has it, Loki has it coming, but you like him. Mainly because of the actor and mainly because he's sound. He's actually quite a good teacher. He's good at what he does. He doesn't really show any other teachers, doesn't really show any other character development. Anyway, this lad has a love interest, the main character. I'll get to the teacher in a minute near the end. So the lad has a love interest, and right off the bat, I couldn't care about her. Straight away. The actress, fantastic. She's out of Orange is the New Black. She's the kid. She's class. She can act. She's underused. There's a certain creepy scene where you see he's a flashback, and bear in mind he's a kid at this time, and it shows cleavage, like a boob out, and he's just staring at it, and he tells her to put it away. And I thought it was a bit weird. You didn't need that in the movie. You just needed him to sort of be talking to her. Anyway, we skip all that. We go to the party, and the reason he's there is because he wants to get with her. Fair enough. And his sister's there, and his sister's very big on looks, and I'll get into that side too in a minute, but I'll focus on the main story for now because I did the teacher one. So the main one is him trying to get with this girl, and I have to say, like, she's unlikable from the get-go. There's just it feels, we do this thing because I watch Mr. Gigi. I do this thing where they do horror movie tropes and it's like forced romance and stuff like that. Main character and her felt forced, like it didn't feel real. Like she was horrible, and I'm going to get into the full bit of her. But anyway, we'll go with the movie. It goes on, and then there's a lad, like a techie, and he is just watching everyone on the cameras very creepily. And he sees a girl he likes, and I don't know what's with this house, but he pushes a button and it sprays her. Like, what? So she gets wet, basically. So she needs to go to the bathroom. Oh, no, he doesn't push a button. Yeah, he does, he sprays her, but then he goes down and spills a drink on her or something. I don't know. So anyway, he closes the bathroom off, and then he has his private bathroom upstairs. So he's trying to get her to the VIP suite. There we go. And basically traps her in there because he closes the door and the door locks, and it's like a jacuzzi and it's like a spa, and you know, I'll quickly skim through his. He's about to get like a massage. He's going to massage her, and he's about to get her inside the pool, and he slips and breaks his collarbone, and then the girl is like, bear this in mind, she's not very bright because the door was locked. He has his phone. There's no signal on the phones. So she's trapped in the room with him. They have no signal on the phones, and it's very creepy. Like, I was like, what is this? Like this is not a teen movie thing. This is like, is this going to be a horror movie? Anyway, he slips, breaks his collarbone, and then she realises, he's like, oh, he freaks out and tells her, oh, the door, you know, I could have unlocked the door myself all along. You didn't have to even get in a bathing suit. Because he has bathing suits in there, because she didn't bring a bathing suit. He has bathing suits in a room for her. So he set all this thing up to get with her, but it's like, it's so creepy because he says, oh, I'll help you dry off. You know, go in there, use that bathroom, dry yourself off, and he goes in with her and it's weird anyway. He's broke his collarbone, he gets what's coming, and she just, like, can get out. So he unlocks the door, and she's like, no, I'm leaving you there now, and closes the door. So that's the end of his side quest, right? I'll get to the rest of his side quest as we go along with this review. If it seems all over, the movie was very much all over for me. But I didn't mind it. I was watching it and I was like, right, I can roll with that side quest. Now, side quest number 3, because we had a teacher one, didn't we? Now, number 3 is a grim one, but is the best one in the movie. Now, there's these 2 lads who didn't go to the party because they didn't get invited. So, which I don't know why. So they decide, we're going to go, but we're going to take the stepdad's car. The stepdad's a knob. That's all I'm going to say. He looks like a creepy bent cop. He's got ponytail, moustache. He looks creepy. But the guy who plays him, the actor, is hilarious. Again, underused in this. But arguably the best plot point in the movie. Even though I'll get into it, it's grim. So anyway, they pull up outside, they get there. And they're worried about cops. Cops look at them, see them driving, don't really care. Cops don't care. Which is very unrealistic, because the cops would care. Especially in America where they are. The cops would have them in cuffs. You know, not to get into anything, but yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. But I will, you know, they get there. So then this really drunk hot girl in the school, she's like all over social media, she's the hot one, she's the top tire, is wrecked. She is gone. She gets in the car, thinks there's an Uber. So they don't know where she lives, so they go to Taco Bell. And she eats, and it's very gross, and it's mean because Taco Bell, she just eats, and they're like, whoa, she can eat. A bit unrealistic because they didn't get any food, but hey, no one wants Taco Bell. This is the main reason why you shouldn't eat Taco Bell drunk, because they realise there's a bit of a smell in the car as they're driving, and she falls over, and it turns out she's poo-pooed her pants. Now, by pooed her pants, she shit her pants. All over like the back seat of the car, and it's vile. But how they act is strange. So anyway, they're panicking and they're like, right, and they end up sort of spinning out. It doesn't really crash, and there's a certain scene where it goes everywhere, and it's minging. It's like anyway. So instead of them just leaving it there, they debate leaving it there with the car and just saying she took the car and whatever. Realised that wouldn't work, so they thought, you know what, we're actually going to do something good here. And I thought, this is going to go okay. So what they do, they take her back home, hose pipe her down to get all the crap off her literally, and then they do take her out of her dress, but they leave her underwear on. No, yes, they do. So they put her in like a jeans and a shirt, they change her clothes, they don't do anything with her, and they put her on their bed, and they sleep on the sofa. And I'll go through her storyline because, like I said, there's 3 different ones. So I'll go through and then I'll back through another one, the main one. So I'll let you know how that one ends. So this one does that. She attacks them as she wakes up. It's very funny. And then, you realise actually they've helped her. And she remembers, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, it's something, more like it's embarrassing. You'd be mortified at it. You would be, she's this popular hot girl. You would be mortified. And these 2 lads are like, don't worry about it. Like, honestly, they're not going to say a word. And I was like, oh, these are actually, likeable characters in this movie. And the ones I only cared about, really. I cared about the main guy too, though. Mainly because he's out of Monster Summer. I like the guy, he's cool. He's in the new, what's it, How to Train Your Dragon? And he said Dragon Age. I wish there was a Dragon Age movie. No, I don't, after the game. Back that up. No, I don't. Old school Dragon Age, yeah. New school, no. He's out with the new How to Train Your Dragon. It's him. You'll know when you see him. Just gives me a bit more of a hope for it because I wasn't too keen on a live action, but How to Train Your Dragon's unreal. So anyway, their storyline, getting back into this movie, is they, at the ending, she gets him to sit with her, and there's some bullies that are bullying them, and she pretty much absolutely rinses them and tells them to go away, and they listen to her and they go away, and the lads get to sit with her and hang out with her, and it's nice. And it's a nice little tie up for that little side quest. So that's nice. That's nice. But what I'm going to get into is the main story. I'm going to ignore the teachers bit. I'm going to get into the main story now. I'm going to let you know. So this is the bit why I'm doing the video. Main reason. Obviously, that side quest was funny. So we had that side quest. It was good. He even stuck up to his stepdad. Told him what was what. Pretty much said what happened to him. And it was really funny. Because obviously the mother won't believe him if he said it. And yeah, that was meant. So the main story. We delve in to our main character, and he gets, I'll just skip a bit here, called by, like hollowed over by this dude with sunglasses on. And he basically wants him to call upon him and wants to mess with him. But then he realises he's somebody who's well known and he likes him. And it turns out that he wants to actually generally just be a friend and do a bit of Molly with him. So we do the Molly bit, and there's a girl there who likes him. And he does it off her chest. Now bear this in mind, I'm going to go back a little bit here to let you know a vital point actually. The girl I mentioned to start with this video, the love interest, I'll call her. They have a little heart to heart. Still not buying it. Tells him in the bathroom that they don't want to announce it together. But she wants him to go and sing for her. And someone says, is there a song? Someone wants to sing a song. She goes, oh, this lad. He's like, no, don't do it. I don't want to sing. She's like, no, him. oh, no, no, don't bother, he doesn't want to. So she's already making him look like a muppet. Anyway, we go forward, and she doesn't want to announce it together. He's very forward. He's like, I don't care who knows. I've liked you for years. You know, you've been my crush. Opens up to her, and she's just like, I don't want to announce this. You know, I don't even think she tells him she feels the same way or what. Anyway, the kiss. And woo, and you know, I'm okay anyway. We'll skip to the end. We'll skip to the end bit. So we go for the pie, and I'll let you know about the Molly bit. So he sniffs some Molly off this girl's chest. And the guy's like, excuse me. That's not him. Actually, no, it was. That was the guy with the shades. So the shade guy is like, yeah, you did it, yeah. And he thought it was cocaine. It turns out it was Molly and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we skip that. She sees him, has a little, you know, huff. He makes it up to her anyway. We go to the ending. Now, there's a scene where the mum finds out. She's only in 2 scenes. No, not Always Sunny. The beginning, and we could arguably say the end, but it's not. And anyway, she goes on to him, and that's the bit I seen where she has a go at him. And the daughter's sideline story is a nose. She had a nose done, and there's a certain character has a go at her, calls her all these horrible names. We don't see her daughter act horrible. Anyway, her nose gets broke, and I will let you know, she sees creepy guy there who broke his collarbone. They have a heart-to-heart, and it looks like they're going to get something like on, but nothing happens with that, because again, the movie is thinking women, like the girls, should just treat the men horrible. She just goes, I'm not interested in you still though, innit? But he's a creep, so I can roll with that. It's the main character that I think gets done the worst in this movie. Now I will explain. Here we go, right? The main character, in front of his whole school, now decides, I'm gonna make it up to her, because she's seen him doing the Molly on the chest, and he had a little makeup, but it wasn't properly in his mind. So anyway, unrealistic bit of the movie though. He gets drawn on in his face, and this is the next day. There's no ink on his face. Like when he goes to school, there's no ink. Now either he's used some really, really strong makeup wipes, but there's no way you're getting black marker off your face like that. There's no way. So we get into the meat of the pie, so to speak, the ending. So I'm thinking to myself, right, here we go. So bear this in mind, this character being built like he's shy, he doesn't want to taint his image, it's already tainted. Everything gets recorded and gets posted online. That I do. It's very heavily on the online bit. So he wants to look like the cool guy. So he decides to have like a little graduation thing. Not graduation, but like, you know, like when they do the meetups at school. It's a very American thing. And anyway, they call him on. He's not in the crowd. It's the bit where she tells the bullies off, the hot one, and you know, the 2 lads are with her, and then the other 2 are having a little chat. She's still horrible, the women's sister, but you know, it's good, it's nice. So we go to him, and he gets called on, and they say he's gonna sing us a song, and he sings in front of the whole school. Bear in mind, the whole school's there, right? Some are recording. And he's singing Signed, Sealed, Delivered, which is a Mint song. And I've got to give props to the actor. You know, people, there was comments on the video, because I looked at the trailer, saying they would laugh their head off when he was singing it. I thought he did a good job. Some of the notes, yeah, but I thought he did a mint job. All this for this love interest. He sings the whole song, and he proper, you know, goes all out. Goes up to her, gets on his knees. Bear this in mind, people are recording him, you know, on a TikTok. And he asks her just to be his girlfriend. Now, I did look at the missus, because I watched this with the missus. And I was like, ooh, and the missus was like, didn't she say she didn't want to announce it? But I was like, he's done it right though, hasn't he? And we were like, yeah, so we're ready for it anyway. So there's a strong delay here. And she does the most snarkiest, bitchiest face and just goes, no, what are you doing? After he sang a whole song, they've known each other years, she does care for him, she does want to be with him. Granted, she didn't want to announce it, but I don't know why. Apparently he's a sophomore and she's a freshman, and who cares? She's on the higher up chain in her mind in that one, so she should be fine bringing him in. Anyway, She didn't say yes. He is absolutely gutted, and it's a funny scene, but it's funny the way the guy says it, but I think it would have been better if he didn't. Anyway, the guy with the shades from before, and the girl that liked him, and he snorted the thing off her chest. Them two burst out laughing. He goes, "Oh shit!" You know, stereotypical coloured guy with sunglasses, and the whole school erupts in laughter. He is heartbroken. Our main character. It's destroyed him. He is like curled up. He's done. She gets up, walks off, and he's in disbelief. Everyone's laughing. Everybody is pointing, recording. He's never going to live this down. He is not going to live this down. And I thought, okay, so she didn't want to be with him. Right, so he's going to go with the other girl, crazy girl. Now, I'm going to back up a wee bit here and just let you know that I think what would have been a bit better. Actually, no. Ignore that. Let me finish up here what happens. Our love interest, we say, turns back and winks at him. Like he looks back at her as she's walking away, and she winks at him. And then ends. There is nothing else. It just ends. Credits roll. And then we get a little after credit of the teacher, who had it the worst in the movie. He got pushed in a pool. He got electric stick on him. He got electrocuted. He got set on fire. And he's a cool teacher, and he gets fired because it's all on the internet, and he gets fired. That's the little bonus bit at the end, him getting fired, and that's it. That's the ending. Like, she absolutely humiliates our main character in front of all these people and pretty much ruins his life. To then, like, hint that she did want to be with him anyway. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, why didn't she just say yes? Because that would have made him look unreal. He would have been a top tier in that school, and they all would have cheered him on, and it would have been a nice ending of the movie. I don't know why they've written it that way. Did they want us not to like her? Did they want us not to root for them, even though the whole movie feels like it's made to root for them? Someone said, oh, it's a realistic ending. And I was like, it's really not. It's really not a realistic. If you cared for somebody, whether you asked them to keep it down, whatever, with a relationship, if you care about them, fair enough, it was a proposal. Fair play, because getting married would be a hell no. But this was just can you be my girlfriend? Pretty much, you may as well have asked her to prom. It's like someone asking her to prom and her going no, and then winking at them. Like, in front of the whole school. Anyway, I was mad at that ending, and I didn't actually get that ending. And like I say, I'm going to rephrase how I think that ending should have been. Pretty much, it should have been the guy, instead of him being stereotypical at the back when she said no, should have been like, what are you on about? You know, he's done all this for you, blah, blah, blah. And the whole school should have been like, boo, because that's realistically what would happen. And the girl, the nice girl, the party girl, should have been like, I'll love you. And he should have got with her. That should have been the ending. Because by no means, she's not worthy. She's not worthy of him. And the ending absolutely left me fuming. I was like, my God. Because don't get me wrong, the movie leading up, like I've said all the stuff about the movie in this review. This is more of a breakdown of the movie, of a rant of the movie. The movie itself is all over, but we had the other plots tie up. This didn't tie up at the end, the main plot. And if it did, it tied up poorly. Like, it was so bad. Like, even if you really, really, really like somebody, and you've liked them for years, if they turn you down in front of a whole crowd, bear this in mind, she told him to sing and he didn't sing in the middle bit. So he's done this for her, he sang in front of all of them for her, like she's asked him to, in the middle bit. Did all this for her, she still said no. And then she turned and winked. That, I was like, you absolute horrible person. You need dumping immediately. Dump her in front of all of them. Get her on stage and prom queen. No, you're not a queen no more. I'm just a king, man. That's what you should do. Because honestly, my God, I was so fuming. I was like, what is this ending? Like, what ending? And then it ends with the other teacher. He gets fired. Because she sees it all on the internet, like I said. He gets fired. And it's like, it just ends after that. Like, obviously, you know he's going to get fired, but she has the video. The head teacher could just delete it. And that'll be it. They're going to keep mouth shut. They think he's a cool teacher. They're not going to say nothing. She got hold of that footage somehow. Maybe it was on TikTok. But you could just delete it all off. But no. She fires him. And he's like, oh, yeah, you know, do I still get to do... And I'm just like, he was like actually a good teacher. And just suspend him for a bit. Suspend him. Anyway, that's the end of this review for now, because that movie's got me heated again. The ending, I honestly couldn't believe it. I was like, poor guy. And then, yeah, so basically, just to say the ending, he's a simp. He's basically, should have told her, when he winked, he should have flipped her off and been like, nah, I'm getting with the Molly girl. Because she was way better for him. Anyway, that's the end of this review. If you like the video, subscribe, give it a like, and I'm going to do some more breakdowns like this video of a few other movies that I've watched, and I'm going to do another top 5 games and top 5 movies, but I'll do some more reviews like this where I just break down bad movies, because to be honest, this one's terrible. Yeah, so I'll crack on with it. Right, I will see you in the next video. Crack on with it. I've ended it. Right, I'll see you in the next video before I lose my mind. It's because I'm hungry, you see. Got food on the mind.